There's someone who's hungry now for the message of God. They are looking for it. Find that person. Don't convince people who don't care about the message of God. No, those you move on. You can't convince your spouse to go to church. But you can find a spouse, if you are still single, who's hungry for church. It'll be easy for both of you to go to church together. It's as simple as that. Everything in life is like that. Don't fall in love to a point where you end up compromising everything that you know shouldn't be compromised because you are now in love. That would be stupid. Don't fall in love by mistake. That's what a lot of people do. You find yourself in a position where you are now in love with a person who doesn't like the same things that you like. But how did you even fall in love? You allowed them in your space for more than was necessary. Cut people off immediately when you realize that I don't think we are going in the same direction. Walk away. Jesus is telling you here, don't convince people when you come with a message. If they reject you, just shake the dust off your feet. Go. They will suffer the consequences. And it's not your part to convince them of the consequences. You have never ever heard me saying to people, you will go to hell for this. Never. I don't think I've ever said that. Even when I started putting out messages, I've never tried to convince anyone with hell. So, verse 16, Jesus says, listen, I'm sending you out just like sheep to a pack of wolves. Are you listening? Jesus says, I'm sending you out just like sheep, but I'm sending you to a pack of wolves. Now, wolves feed on sheep. And Jesus said, you are like sheep. So Jesus is saying, I am sending you out to a brutal people, to a brutal world, to go and share my message. The message of the kingdom. Those people will devour you. So he says, I am sending you out like sheep to a pack of wolves. You must be as cautious as snakes and as gentle as doves. Yeah. Jesus says to you, you must be as cautious as a snake, but also as gentle as a dove. The spirit of discernment will tell you, this is the time to be cautious, this is the time to be gentle. So he says, I'm sending you out as sheep to a pack of wolves, but you must be as cautious as snakes, and you must be as gentle as doves. He says, watch out, for there will be those who will arrest you and take you to court, and they will whip you in the synagogues. Listen to this part. That's why when we go through suffering, we rejoice in suffering because we understand. Right now, you might be going through things that are so difficult to you that you are struggling. But listen to this, my brothers and sisters. Jesus says, for my sake, you will be brought to trial before rulers and kings to tell the good news to them and to the Gentiles. When they bring you to trial, do not worry about what you are going to say or how you will say it. When the time comes, you will be given what you will say, for the words you will speak will not be yours. They will come from the Spirit of your Father speaking through you. The day I understood this verse, I never worried again about anything. I never worried about doing a presentation. I never worried about hosting a seminar. I never worried about speaking in front of people. I never worried about when I'm questioned, how am I going to reply? This verse told me that if you surrender to the Spirit will speak on your behalf. The Spirit has spoken on my behalf. From verse 18, McD, verse 18, chapter 10. It says, for my sake you will be brought to trial before rulers and kings to tell the good news to them and to the Gentiles. And then it says, when they bring you to trial, do not worry about what you are going to say or how you will say it. When the time comes, you will be given what you will say. For the words you will speak will not be yours. They will come from the Spirit of your Father speaking through you. I understood from that day that when I'm on my assignment, no, don't worry, you are no longer speaking to me. You are now interacting with God Himself, manifested through me. That's what I understood. That's why in my assignment, I have authority. I don't care if you bring the president here. When it comes to my assignment, I will knock his socks off. And it's the same for you. When you realize what these words mean, it means that in your assignment, in your calling, no one can tell you anything. So why even be fearful? When it comes to do with what you were created to do, you have authority. The authority is given to you. You own that place. You own that assignment. Because Jesus says that your Father will be speaking through you when that time comes. Are you going for an interview? Well, don't worry. Stop preparing. Just go, read about the company, know which type of people you are trying to work for, and that's it. Now, have you ever been in a situation where they asked you a question and you answered and you thought to yourself, yeah, that was a bad answer. I wish I had the time to prepare. No, you said what was right. Listen, do you know that even the unbelievers are given words to say, but they don't even realize it? There's a reason someone will cuss at you and then they tell you that they were angry. No. They were showing you who they are. The words were put in their mouth, but you are sleeping. Your discernment is not active. No one says things by mistake. It does not happen. The Spirit of God moves them. The Spirit of God is the one who drives them to say those things. Whether those things are hurtful to you, whether those things are nice to hear, no, don't worry. There's a spirit operating there. It can be a dark spirit, it can be the spirit of light, but there's a spirit in operation. If a call comes through right now on your phone, whatever this person is going to say, don't worry. In the spiritual realm, it was coming. That was the right time. So never beat yourself up and say, I wish I had prepared. You see, I wish I had said this. No, you couldn't have said that because you said what was necessary, what was right for the situation. Nothing else you could have said. So never beat yourself up for that. You said what was right. You just did not know. I don't wish to take back anything. I don't wish to take back an SMS I sent, a WhatsApp I sent. No. It was bound to come. It was coming. It was written somewhere. The days of your life are written somewhere. What you are going to do on this specific day. Don't try too hard to manipulate what is written. You know, today I put out a video that said, what is the biggest regret of your life? Now, we regret because we think back. But when I come to think of it seriously, now, same video I put out today is asking a question: what is your biggest regret in life? And I said in that video, my biggest regret is not taking risks early enough in life. But it's actually not a regret, because there's a reason why I didn't take the risks at the time. It was not the time to take the risk. The Bible says in the book of Habakkuk 2 verse 3, the vision is for an appointed time. So everything that has happened in your life, everything you've suffered through, all the misfortunes, all the delays where you got stuck for 10 years and nothing was happening in your life, maybe it's a relationship that got you stuck, all of that was necessary. Why? It's leading you to the appointed time of the vision. The vision is going to come to pass, but there's an appointed time. So you could not have gotten there earlier. There's an appointed time. And the appointed time is based on the preparation. So God knew that you would go through a season of preparation. So there's no avoiding the preparation. The only way the vision does not come to pass is when you still don't realize that there's a vision that must come to pass. You see, then that's a problem. That's because you have not figured out what you are sent to earth to do. So then you can't do what you don't know you are supposed to do. But for those of us who've realized what we are sent here to do, we know that I could not have delayed this. That right now, this is a preparation season, that these are the pains of preparation. It's not easy, it's not nice, but we understand why we are here.